Hello everybody, I'd like to welcome you back to the channel. Today I want to discuss something with you that is very dear to my heart. I'm talking about virtual reality. Now, I will be the first to admit that we don't have the holodeck, Star Trek's elusive reality maker that can bring any dream into the physical world. We're probably closer to it than people think, especially if you read up on a lot of the tech websites. Elon Musk is working on some neural fibers, and even Lord Gabe Newell, the creator of Valve and Steam, he said that we are closer to a Matrix simulation than what most people would ever believe. Now, a lot of humanity would fear that, and they would be scared of it, and they would hope that that day never comes to pass. I am the complete opposite. Give me the steak. I will jump right in there. They can hardwire whatever they want. If they need a guinea pig, Nosfar is here for them. So, that being said, the thing about virtual reality that excites me, and the reason I love it so much, is that it truly gives you an opportunity to experience a different world. When you think of video games, you think of controllers and buttons you push and actions and repetitive motion, and it's all this. Your eyes and this. Virtual reality, though, is completely different. It exists on, most virtual reality exists on a 6 depth of field. And what that means is, have you ever used one of the little cell phone virtual reality headsets, and you sit there and you put it in, and you look up, and you look up, and you look down, and you look down, and right and left. But if I wanted to move closer to the microphone, that couldn't happen. That was my axis right there. And if I moved into the microphone, then the microphone would move as well. So that is 3 depth of field. 6 depth of field, Oculus Quest, highly recommend everybody get one, is where when you go towards the microphone stays where it's at. So you are actually moving within the virtual world. So if you wanted to look and see what's under the desk, you could do that. If you wanted to stand up and walk to the other side of the room, you could do that. Now, most games are played with a controller, right? So you control your forward and your back and all your actions and your left and your right. And this is what we're all used to. Virtual reality tracks the motion and movement of your hands and your arms and where they are relative to where you are. So in most games, you would have a virtual hand right here, and it would be tracking where you move. Most controllers, as you see, have a side button. Now, the PlayStation Move, not the best example. The Oculus controller, on the other hand, phenomenal. You have an analog joystick, just like what everyone's used to for motions and movements. This is the right hand. But then you have a button on the side. And in the game world, that button controls your grip. So if I reach down in virtual reality and squeeze that button, my hand will close and I'll pick up whatever I'm holding. And when I release the button, I will release whatever I'm holding. So it's a lot more intuitive for people to play and to get used to. So if you're the kind of individual that's always been against gaming because this intimidated you, virtual reality is a whole different thing. It's like a simulation. It's not like playing a game. It's like existing in a virtual reality. So now that we've got that out of the way, a little explanation about the headsets. They look like a brick. They're nowhere near as heavy as you would think just looking at it. It's kind of like if you wear a ski goggle plus a third of a Coke can. That would be about how I would explain the weight. Most headsets have an adjustable strap to pull it to your face. This particular headset, the Oculus Quest, which currently in the VR market is the best headset. Now, it can't compare with the computer graphics, and it can't really compare graphically even with the PlayStation VR. But what it can do is give you a complete wire-free experience. You're bound to nothing. And the games that they're bringing to it are more and more complete. You're starting to see visuals on par with late PlayStation 3 graphics. Now, if you sold that to me on a console that I was going to play on my TV, it would not be a winner. But envelop me in that world where all I see is those style of graphics and reality is not sitting beside it to compare, and it is more than sufficient. Developers are getting smarter about the tricks they're using as well. If I was to recommend a virtual reality headset, and I've owned most of them, I would buy this one 3 times over before I'd buy any of the other ones. So, plus it's made by Facebook, who bought out Oculus. So there's going to be a lot of social interactions. And as we're finding out, especially in this current time frame, where it's looking like we're all going to be isolated to our houses, that social outreach would be worth its weight in gold. So, inside the helmet, as you can see, there are 2 lenses. Those are magnifying lenses that magnify about a 2.5-inch screen on each eye. Just a little information, probably more than you need. But this headset can take you to your mother's house to where you can sit and talk with her and her avatar. And though it's not as good as being there, having that connection and the ability to watch the movements and the expressions and to interact and play games, there's nothing that can compare to that outside of actually going to her house. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to step into a game and show you what that's like. So I'll be back in 1 second. Okay, so this is inside VR, and that's what I'm trying to show you. Standard flat screen, you are stuck staring at a square. And when you look up, the square stays still, but the view turns in it. Same for left, right, and down, and anywhere else you look. VR is different because just like reality, when you look up, your view changes and the world stays static. It's the same way in virtual reality. Your world stays static while you move inside of the world. So what we're doing is called mixed reality, and it's the best way to show you how virtual reality looks on the inside of the helmet. So this is a game called Beat Saber. Basically, if you've ever heard of Guitar Hero, it operates very similar. There's blocks coming to you. They have arrows pointing in a direction, and you must take your lightsabers and cut them in the direction that it's pointing to. Sounds simple, can get complicated. This is available on every major virtual reality headset. If you're a noob and you've never done anything like this before, I don't know if you can see it, but behind me here, there's a whole slew of options to change it, turn it, and make it where it works better for you. So I'll show you a quick game, maybe two. I'm not the best. I try to play on hard or expert. So we will give her a go. I'll play my favorite song, Country Rounds. We're going to play it on hard because I'm not as good as I once was. I'm a little rusty. So, wish me luck, and I hope I don't let you down. The main thing to remember is to have fun. So many people forget to have fun in life. One of the keys I've not mastered yet is ending the move, setting yourself up for the next move. But that's like some next level Jedi stuff. Like the twist of a wrist. Draw. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. I'll show you the difference between hard and expert. So don't think poorly of me if it kills me. You'll notice the tempo's faster and there's more multi-directions. And those things under the blocks are bombs that will kill you. Oh, they throw that little offbeat there. Huh. Hand-eye coordination is the key to this, but when they start throwing them left and right, it gets difficult. Yeah! Glad I didn't let you down. Okay, let's go back to the desk. Okay, welcome back. So, you're going to have to forgive my setup. I decided to start this channel right as a pandemic was hitting the world. And so, it's getting a little harder to come by some of the supplies I need. Like, I bought Walmart out of lime green cloth, and I need that for my video capture, mixed reality capture, which is what I utilize to put myself into the virtual world. And as we go along, it will get better. You'll just have to be patient and stick along for the ride. So, I'm not going to keep you much longer. I appreciate the time you've given me. I hope you are enjoying these videos, and I enjoy any feedback that you might give me. I'll try to respond to you if I can. You know, this will be my third video, so I'm going to say it, man. Like and subscribe. Help a brother out. Let's see where we can take this. I'm going to try to put out at least a video a week. Sometimes I might put out 2. Sometimes I might miss a week. My free world job's pretty busy, and it keeps me going. So I appreciate the time you spent with me. I want to encourage you, if you've not yet bought a real VR headset, be it PlayStation 4, PlayStation VR, which is well worth the price of admission. I've never met, well, that'd be a lie. There's a few people that don't enjoy it due to motion sickness, and that is a side effect, but it's not one you can't overcome with use. I've never met anyone that's bought an Oculus Quest that has not loved it. That number is probably in the 100 range between people I know online and people I know in the real world. So, best little headset, $399. I don't get nothing if you buy one. It's just a really cool experience. You'll like it. Your children will like it. In times like this, especially, worth its weight in gold. I think they're on back order for the next 2 months. So probably not going to do us a lot of good right now. But, well, that's all I got. Hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, like and subscribe. And if you've got any advice, any comments, or anything you'd like to say, just let me know. I'm always listening. Till the next time.